Hi there, my name is Claudia and I'm a fourth grade teacher here in Southern California. Today is August the 26th. It's a Tuesday. I'm doing this tour at the end of the day. I'm exhausted. I probably have a few hairs out of place. But this morning I ran out of time. I didn't have time to videotape. I was making copies. I wish I would have taken pictures of my classroom over the years to compare. So for any new teachers coming into the teaching profession, or maybe you're midway through your career, take those pictures. I'm really excited to show you my classroom. I would say it's 99.9% done. All right, let's begin with my door sign. My door sign is new and I purchased it on Etsy. I love it because it just says welcome to our classroom and it fits my decor. It has my name. There's no grade level, so that if I ever decide to change grade levels, I can reuse this door sign over and over. I will include the links of some of my purchases in my description part of my video. Here are my lanterns. I added tulle bows to them. The tulle was what I had used earlier in one of my videos to do a back to school gift to my students. So I'm reusing some of the same material and not being wasteful. Here's one of my bulletin boards. This is my writing board. I'm using the schoolgirl style borders. So as you can see, I have 3 layers to it. Although this layer is not the schoolgirl style, I purchased this at Lakeshore. These 2 are. Now, if you remember in some of my videos, previous to me adding the border, it was like a green cork. I originally was going to paint it. I decided to add 3 borders to it, and that covers up that cork. The fans I purchased on Amazon. The daisies, the flowers that I created, I actually learned how to use a Cricut for the first time. So those were created with using the Cricut, as well as the be responsible, be respectful, and be safe. Those are the 3 expectations that are reinforced here at our school site. So I decided that I would use this wall to reinforce those expectations. And then the titles, I went ahead and created that on PowerPoint and laminated the letters. And there you see my pencil. That is such the cutest thing I bought at Michael's. Here is the bookshelf that I painted, along with my homework and classwork and some of the textbooks there. It's like my concept board for reading. We've started a little bit. I've added some information. It's not complete because we just started the unit. The first week of school, we did a lot of our diagnostic assessments. We use iReady. So we had an English language arts and a math. We did start writing, so those are some of my charts that I use there. And then here's my math board. As you can see, I added these little bows. That's the same tool that I've been using throughout my videos. There you have my happy birthday bucket with my Mickey Mouse straws. And if you haven't had a chance to see what I created for just a simple birthday idea for students, I created these. There's a video short on this. This year, the district provided air purifiers. Our school is located near refineries. And so I had mentioned in one of my previous videos about the amount of dust and dirt that accumulates in the room. We have now a purifier, and I put that in the corner there. These letters I purchased at Hobby Lobby. I really want to emphasize reading. Again, I have my lanterns there. I can't hang anything from the ceiling it's a safety hazard, and teachers do it here, but in my case, the ceiling tiles actually fall off. Do you see that space up at the top? I don't want to take any chances and hang something there and then the tiles fall on a student along with the lantern. I had this previous Read More Books. I really like it. I bought that on Amazon. And here are my books that students can check out and read. We actually have a school library where students go once a week. They check out a book, and then they take quizzes and they recheck a new book. So we do that on a weekly basis. This is just in case those students finish their book early and they need a new book. I have my calendar here, my bathroom procedures, partner procedures. I have a classroom birthday chart. I actually make this larger. We have a poster maker, but teachers are not allowed to touch it. And the person that is in charge of creating these posters is not here. So we're waiting until she returns so that she can create some of our posters. I love to use Classroom Jobs. It just makes everything flow easily, especially when you're out. The kids know what to do. This is my catch-up folders. So this is a Monday through Friday. So anytime a student is not here, rather than have individual folders for students, that would be a lot of folders. I decided that I would just do Monday through Friday, and then my teacher assistant writes the names of the students that either leave early or are absent on the work, and then places it in the folder according to the day that the student leaves early or is absent. So this is my board here. This is where I'm now posting the standards that my students are learning. Originally, they were on this calendar board, which was near my desk, and I no longer have that desk, as I mentioned before. These are plastic, and so I put my posters in there rather than laminating them. And again, I have more lanterns on that side. And then these here are student self-portraits that we created within the first couple of days of school. I like doing this every year, and this time I gave them colors that matched the decor in my room. It's a nice way to see how they see themselves. I am definitely missing something way up there, so if anyone has any great ideas, I would really appreciate it. I thought about maybe putting some quotes up there using the Cricut. Unfortunately, I had to return the Cricut. There's only 2 here on campus, and we have to share it equally. So I have to wait my turn to add to that. So that's why it's a little empty. I could maybe add more lanterns up at the top, but having that space up there actually is a lot more calming than what I had in my previous videos. So if you saw my spring video or my back to school video from last year, I think I used testing screens, and they had borders on them, and I actually displayed student work. I thought about doing that again, but I felt like that looked a little too busy. I'm liking the way this looks here. Maybe some quotes up at the top using the Cricut will be, quite nice there. And then over here, as you can see, my sink is completely done. So far, so good. The paint has held up, as well as the paint on my kidney table there. Right here is my hashtag first day of school. I took the students' photos using the frame. It's back here. So I ended up reusing it. So this is what I have there. I used the Cricut, and I created a Polaroid frame. And so those came out really nice, and it looks really good on that door that I painted. Here is that cart that I bought at the Container Store. It's made by Alpha. It fits perfectly into this spot. The printer is there. I have that cute little plant. Originally, I had a rug that my students would come and meet me to do math warm-ups or doing read alouds. That rug was really filthy, and I did watch my plant manager attempt to remove the stains. The stains weren't completely gone. He suggested to still put the rug in my room and that the poor lighting would camouflage those stains. Unfortunately, it does not camouflage the stains, so I asked him to throw away the rug. Now, I had mentioned about creating some sort of reading nook there. I'm not sure if I want to add a smaller area rug. If you have any ideas or any thoughts, let me know. I really kind of like the clean space there. So here we have my entire classroom. That ends my classroom tour. I hope you enjoyed this video. Although we're only 9 days in, I have so much to vlog about. So stay tuned for some of my upcoming videos. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.